This morning, stocks of several biotech companies are down. Investors are responding to the outrage over a 5,000% price increase for a life-saving medicine. One tablet of Daraprim used to cost $13.50. The drug maker recently increased the price to $750. Don Daler shows us why the company is standing by the massive price hike. Don, good morning.
Good morning. The increase drew protests in the medical community from those concerned that many patients will no longer be able to afford the drug. But according to Turing CEO Martin Shkreli, the move is simply a smart business decision.
Overnight, Martin Shkreli turned into one of the most hated men in America. He is the founder of Turing Pharmaceuticals, which is a fully integrated biopharmaceutical company focusing on patients with unmet medical needs. They are dedicated to helping patients who have limited or no effective treatment options by developing and commercializing innovative treatments for serious diseases and conditions across a broad range of therapeutic areas. Turing is located in New York, and was established in 2014 by Martin Shkreli, who is currently the company's CEO. Mr. Shkreli was a hedge fund manager that specialized in healthcare businesses and also the co-founder of MSMB Capital Management. In August of 2015, Turing obtained the license for a drug called Daraprim that was created in the 50s. Daraprim is a drug that helps prevent malaria and treats toxoplasmosis, which is an infection caused by parasites. This drug is commonly used to treat patients with AIDS and cancer. As soon as Turing obtained the rights to the drug, they immediately raised the price per pill from $13.50 to $750, which is a 5,000% increase. Mr. Shkreli has seemed to open Pandora's box on this. The incredible hike in price is known as price gouging, which is a term referring to when a seller spikes the price of a good, service, or commodity to a level much higher than is considered reasonable or fair, and is considered exploitive, potentially in an unethical extent. This has been going on in the pharmaceutical industry for years. Drug companies make most of their money off new drugs that fall under a patent, and a drug patent wears off 20 years after it is filled, at which point generic drug companies can start making their own versions of the drug. This makes pricing drugs very difficult and unpredictable, but when Shkreli hiked the price by 5,000%, alarms went off. This is not the first accusations of unethical behavior Mr. Shkreli has faced. In 2011, he founded a biotech firm called Retrophin that focused on medicines for rare diseases. He was fired as head of the company in 2014 for improperly handling legal settlements. A year later, the company filed a $65 million lawsuit that claims Mr. Shkreli created Retrophin and took it publicly simply to pay off investors in his old hedge fund. This shows just how much of a jerk this guy really is. Shkreli has been defending himself by saying, "We need to turn a profit on the drug." Turing plans to use the money to research a better way to treat diseases. Shkreli plans on lowering the price of Daraprim, but did not comment on what the exact price will be. Since then, Turing has reported a net loss of $14.6 million in its third quarter. Recently, a rival pharmaceutical company called Imprisms Pharmaceuticals has announced its offering of an alternative to Daraprim for just $1 a pill to help patients and fight against the outrageous price of the drug.